Welcome to our video series on advanced features in Windows XP. In this video, we'll discuss naming files and folders. An important rule to be aware of in Windows when dealing with folders and files is that within any one folder, no file or folder can have the same name. And actually, as a side note, it's worth mentioning generally, I use the name folder, but folders are often also known as directories. It's the same thing, just interchangeable terms, folders and directories. Okay, so there's the folder, and there are the three files. So if I create a new folder, and let's call it, this is a subfolder, so it has the same name, and press Enter. Cannot rename new folder. A file with the name you specified already exists. Let's OK that and try again. So let's say subfolder 2. Press Enter, and that's fine, because it doesn't match any names of files or folders. For example, if I now rename this folder, press F2 to rename it, and let's rename it a third file. Let's match that name with that name. So even though this is a folder and this is a file, let's press Enter. You see, you can't have any matching names at all within a folder. It wouldn't be any problem at all if I called a file a third file or a folder this is a subfolder in any other folder, because they wouldn't be a match. But it's important not to match the names of files or folders within one single folder. Okay, and this applies with files as well. If I create a new file, and let's call it a third file again, and press Enter, okay, that's fine. It's telling us this because I haven't included a file extension. There's no dot and then 3 letters, which most files have. Okay, cannot rename, because it's clashing with another file. So that's an important point to bear in mind. Whereas with subfolder 2, if I go to the desktop and right-click, New Folder, and let's call it subfolder 2, and press Enter, you see there's no problem, because even though it has the same name as another folder on the computer, it's not in the same folder. As mentioned earlier, you can't have two folders with matching names in the same folder, but in separate folders, it's perfectly fine. And even though this is the desktop, within the Windows system, the desktop is just considered another folder. Even though it looks quite different from other folders, it's just considered another folder. So that's an important rule to keep in mind.